The S&P 500 over the past year, up 187%. That gain catching the attention of investor Peter Thiel, whose Valar Ventures is doubling down on crypto with its Series B investment in crypto wealth management company Blockfi. And the founder and CEO of that company, Zach Prince, joins us at Post 9. Welcome, Zach.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So Blockfi does what? You're trying to do traditional banking for crypto? How does that work?
That's exactly right. So Blockfi builds financial services products for crypto investors. And today we have three products that are live. One is an interest account where you can earn 5% interest on your Bitcoin, 8.6% interest on your stable coins, and we also support Ether and Litecoin, which are in the top 5 by market cap, but don't have as much market share as Bitcoin. We were the first company in the space to offer loans to individuals that own cryptocurrency, similar to what you're able to do when you're borrowing against a portfolio of stocks, except with Bitcoin and Ether and other crypto assets as collateral. And our most recent product that we launched in December is the ability to buy and sell cryptocurrency for no fees whatsoever, moving it closer to the traditional equities market where trading is largely free, which we launched in December.
Hello everyone, it's Kaseem here. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, you are welcome. If you're not new, you are welcome back. I appreciate you for coming back. So in today's video, today is going to be a different episode. So basically, I'm trying to diversify my portfolio in a little bit, in a different way. And I've been looking for ways that I can be earning interest. And I basically, doing my research, I basically want to diversify my portfolio into crypto. Not like I don't have any crypto holdings. I have a little bit of crypto holdings, but I want to actually make it a part of my portfolio and actually really do something about it. So first of all, I would like to tell you guys that I've been burned before with crypto. Like, I've actually lost a lot of money doing BitConnect. I'm gonna do a lot more videos on some of the investment mistakes that I've made in the past. But I lost money with BitConnect, and that kind of like hurt a lot because I lost a lot of money. So when I approach crypto now, I approach it with a sense of caution. I'm very, very cautious with where I put my money. Most of the time, I want to hold majority of the money. Like, I want to have a huge piece of the actual money, of the actual crypto money. I want to have more control of it. But before we get into that, this is not about my general portfolio. I want to share with you guys Blockfi. That's what I'm sharing with you guys today. But before we get into that, we are going to take a look at the rest of the video that you saw in the intro. We're going to take a look at the rest of it, and I will jump in and add some commentary where I believe I need to add some commentary. And at the end of everything, I'll show you my portfolio, what I currently have in Blockfi, and all the stuff. So without taking too long, let's get right into it.
The S&P 500 over the past year, up 187%. That gain catching the attention of investor Peter Thiel, whose Valar Ventures is doubling down on crypto with its Series B investment in crypto wealth management company Blockfi. And the founder and CEO of that company, Zach Prince, joins us at Post 9. Welcome, Zach.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So Blockfi does what? You're trying to do traditional banking for crypto? How does that work?
That's exactly right. So Blockfi builds financial services products for crypto investors. And today we have three products that are live. One is an interest account where you can earn 5% interest on your Bitcoin, 8.6% interest on your stable coins, and we also support Ether and Litecoin, which are in the top 5 by market cap, but don't have as much market share as Bitcoin. We were the first company in the space to offer loans to individuals that own cryptocurrency, similar to what you're able to do when you're borrowing against a portfolio of stocks, except with Bitcoin and Ether and other crypto assets as collateral. And our most recent product that we launched in December is the ability to buy and sell cryptocurrency for no fees whatsoever, moving it closer to the traditional equities market where trading is largely free, which we launched in December.
So I think that sounds appealing, to put my Bitcoin with you and then get a pretty high interest on that. But is it safe? I mean, are you regulated? How do I know that the money is safe?
Yeah, great question. So we're regulated like traditional fintech companies. So Square, for example, SoFi, for example. We have a money services business registration at the federal level and lending licenses and money transmission licenses at the state level. There is more risk here versus a savings account with FDIC insurance or a traditional brokerage account with SIPC insurance, but you're compensated for it with the high yields. And throughout our entire history as a company, we've never lost a penny across any of the lending activities that we do.
I was going to say, what's the delinquency rate on something like that? Isn't it dangerous?
It's zero. So if you look at securities-backed lending, margin lending in public equities, which is what's most comparable to what we're doing, number one, you're always getting liquid collateral when you're making a loan to someone else. So we might lend you 50 cents for your dollar of Bitcoin that we custody and hold throughout the duration of the loan. And then we have a proprietary risk management system that automates the notifications for margin calls and the liquidation of assets in the scenario where there's volatility in a direction that requires us to take those actions.
Why do I need loans in Bitcoin if you can't buy really anything in Bitcoin?
Well, it's an investment asset. So I think there's this misconception because of the term cryptocurrency that the use case for Bitcoin is people spending it. Actually, it was the best performing asset of the last decade in terms of investment returns. And most people in the US aren't buying it because they want to spend it. They're buying it because the price goes up. And so one of the things that happens if you bought Bitcoin at 1,000 and now it's 10,000, for example, is if you sell it, you have to pay taxes on a $9,000 gain. A loan from Blockfi enables you to get liquidity without selling your Bitcoin, so you still hold the potential future upside in that position, and you have extra cash that you can use to make other investments, pay down higher cost debt.
So let's break down some of the videos, what we just saw in the video. Let's break it down a little bit. So cryptocurrency basically is starting to gain traction. You know, like cryptocurrency is starting to gain traction. People are starting to know more about it. People are starting to use it. People are starting to store, you know, money in it. I mean, recently Tesla just decided to accept Bitcoin. They bought a huge amount of Bitcoin. PayPal, you know, so many companies on the S&P 500 are actually buying Bitcoin and using Bitcoin and basically trying to keep it as a store of value, or even a way for them to transact within each other. So I mean, cryptocurrency just makes transaction a little bit easier for companies to do their business. So Blockfi here is saying that they basically are building a wealth management tool. They're basically building a wealth management tool within the cryptocurrency industry. And basically, this company is backed by major investors, you know, like Fidelity, Vala Ventures here. That Vala Ventures is Peter Thiel's investment arm. So Peter Thiel and Tesla Peter Thiel and Elon basically started PayPal. So his venture is basically sponsoring these companies, you know. So, you know, this video is just an overview of the company, get you familiar with the company and show you a basic you know, overview of the company. So as I go along, I'm going to record multiple versions of this video, and I'm going to post it at different times so I can capture different segments. I don't want it to be too long, but like I'm cautiously excited about Blockfi just because of the kind of service they can offer, and because crypto is growing so much, you know. The kind of service that they can offer would really be really nice for crypto investors. That's the first point that I'm taking out of this video. So the second part of this interview as well is basically they're saying that they're the first company to offer some sort of loans. Okay, we're good on the sound here. So basically he's saying that they're the first company that are going to be offering loans backed by your crypto. Let's say, for example, you have, you know, $5,000 worth of cryptocurrency and you put it on Blockfi. That means at any given time, you'll be able to have access to $2,500 to borrow using your crypto as collateral. You know, like that kind of thing is kind of new to the financial service industry. Like it's not, it's just recently started developing because crypto is getting more adopted. Now, Blockfi, they've been around for about 7 or 8 years. I've been doing some research on them. I'm going to show you guys some of the research as well. We're going to go through it together. They've been around for a little while, and yeah, like the financial services, being able to borrow money against your assets is not something new. Like basically margin, when you have a stock trading account and you're using margin, you're basically borrowing money against your assets, right? So that's the same thing that they're trying to do with cryptocurrency. So that's the second point that I take out of the interview. So the third thing that I take from the interview is that you can basically trade crypto on their platform. So not only you can deposit your money and earn interest, you can buy and sell crypto from their platform. I mean, I'm relatively new to it and I'm sharing it with you guys. As I experience the platform and see how it works, I'll definitely give you guys update. You know, that's what I do on this channel. Before we go any further, you know, if you like this video and you like what I do, consider subscribing to the channel. You know, drop a like drop a like on the video so it helps push my channel out to other people. Thank you. Let's get into some of the other points that I actually like about this interview. So the other aspect of this, of using Blockfi that I like to be a little bit wary on and be cautiously, I would say cautiously optimistic on, is that like you kind of have to be careful with all these new companies. You have to make sure like they are registered with the government. You know, like for example, Blockfi here, they're backed by Gemini, they're backed by Coinbase, all these big companies are actually investing into Blockfi. So that is a huge thing. That gives me, you know, a little bit more motivation and say, okay, this might be a safe platform to use. They are based in Jersey City, New Jersey. They're based out of the New York, New Jersey area. They are registered with the federal government and also the state government. So that is a good thing. You know, I'm not gonna take all my entire crypto and dump it on there. No. I might probably start with like maybe 10 to 20% of my crypto, put it there for like 6 months and see how it goes, and hopefully bump it up to about 50%. I'll put 50% on it, and I'll also hold on to about 50%, just to be safe and to make sure my money, not all my money is completely out there. So I think that's the fourth point that I like about this interview. That's the fourth point that I like about this interview. So with something like this is relatively new. Obviously, the government, they have insurance with your bank account. Like for example, if you put money in your bank, the money is actually insured by the government up to $250,000. So let's say you put $250,000 into a bank account or an investment account. That money is insured by the government. Basically, the government guarantee you that if the bank goes bankrupt, mind the pun. If the bank goes bankrupt, the government will basically pay you back your money. They're gonna pay you back the $250,000 that you put in there. Now, with Blockfi, this is not the case. Like your money is not backed by the government. You know, like if Blockfi go bust, pretty much your money is done. Yeah, and you know, there's really nobody that you can go to get your money back or anything like that. But you know, in return for that, they do offer a really big interest. You know, they're offering like 5 to 8%. You know, 5 to 8% in the interest right now. It's like, bro, it's crazy. That's a lot of money. So that's the other points that I also like about Blockfi. I mean, the risk to reward, like I don't mind taking the risk, just because I'm not putting all my entire crypto into it. I'm just putting roughly about 20% or so. So it's less risky for me because I'm just putting a little bit of my money in there and let it collect interest, and I see how it goes as well. So the last point here that I'm gonna also talk about is that they basically lend you the money. They basically give you a loan based off of the amount of money you have in your account. So if you have like I said previously, if you have like, you know, 50, or if you have 5,000, you have instant access to about 2,500 in loans, which is a good thing. And like the money is relatively safe because it's backed by your own Bitcoin. But then again, the Bitcoin market is very volatile. If you borrow money from this company and now the company drops significantly, then that can be quite hard and quite difficult to deal with, because they can basically send you what they call a margin call. And what that means is that you basically just have to pay back a little bit of the money that you borrow, unless they're going to sell your primary asset. So that's another risk to this. And the final point that I want to touch on is that BlockFi basically, how am I going to put it? Basically, if you have an asset in the US anyways, I don't know about other places in the world, but in the US, if you have an asset and you sell the assets, you create what they call capital gains, right? And capital gains is basically tax on the profit that you make on your investments. It could be in real estate, it could be in stocks, it could be in gold, it could be in anything. It could be in anything that creates a profitable transaction. There's always capital gains in there according to the IRS. So let's say if you have your Bitcoin and you sell the Bitcoin, let's say you bought it for $1,000, now Bitcoin is at $2,000. Well, 1,000 out of that 2,000 is subject to tax. So when you have, let's say you, instead of paying taxes on it, you can have your money with BlockFi and then borrow against your own money, right? You can borrow against your own money and then use that money for whatever you need to use it for temporarily and pay BlockFi back. Obviously, they're going to charge you interest. The interest is not as much as the bank or something like that, but this is what they have. And BlockFi is coming out with different services as well, so that would make their platform a lot more user friendly. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just try my best to explain what BlockFi is in terms of just explaining it to you guys as much as possible. I'm gonna do a couple more videos in this series, so put that notification on, subscribe, give this video a like if you like this type of content. I'm gonna be producing a lot more videos explaining BlockFi, because anything that I have my money in, I like to go deep, to know everything about that company. So I'm gonna be doing more research and be bringing it to you guys, and also sharing my portfolio within the next couple of videos that are gonna come out. So put that notification on and subscribe to the channel. So yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you for watching. If you like what I do, again, consider subscribing. I love all of you guys that you come back and watch my videos. Most people that are subscribed to the channel, they come back and watch the video. Don't underestimate my channel, because my channel is small. Just because the kind of content that I'm putting out content that can actually help people. Like, and I'm not just talking about this stuff, I'm showing you what I'm doing. So I'm like explaining, showing, and doing, and sharing all that stuff with you guys. I think this is kind of like a new niche on YouTube, just people sharing their finance, and I'm glad that I'm spearheading that in my own ways. So thank you very much again for watching. I appreciate you for watching to the end. You are the real MVP. Until next time, see you later. Have a good one. Bye.